Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel for yet another speed build video. In today's speed build, we are doing something a little bit different, something very fun and quirky that I thought would be challenging. And so I wanted to do something a little different. I've been doing a lot of speed build videos lately, but this one is a little different because it is a challenge speed build. If you guys haven't noticed, there's been this new trend, like a challenge going around in the Sims community. Okay, it's not new, it's been around for a long time now, but it's the 4x4 tiny house challenge. And obviously they go, they change 6x6, 5x5, that kind of thing. But I decided to start out kind of easy, and I am doing a 4x4 two-story house. So both the upstairs and the downstairs are 4x4 squares. The outer rim you see right now is just decoration. It's not accessible at all. It's not playable. So any of the walls that go beyond 4x4 are more decoration walls, like accent walls and that kind of thing, and not functional. But I decided to do a two-story house to do something a little bit different and cool. And I went with I almost feel like this house better fits Oasis Springs than it does Willow Creek. But no, wait, I'm in Newcrest right now. But I just decided to start out in Newcrest. That's my sim self. This was actually before the fairy tale cottage, but I just ended up filming the voiceover for the fairy tale cottage first. That's just how it worked out. But this one turns out to be a very nice two-story 4x4 house. It's very cramped and very tiny, but that, is the whole point of the challenge. But it has a very modern, eclectic feel. The outside is done in whites with pops of orange, and then the inside doesn't really have a style to it. I just kind of did whatever I felt like doing. As you can see, the outside deck area on the second floor is more of an accent and to put the upstairs accessway. I was not able to get stairs into this build, and obviously there's no room in a 4x4 build for stairs, so I ended up having to put them at the back of the house, which means you have to access this house, or the only way to get to the second floor is to come out of the house and up those stairs, which in real life would be very annoying. But I figure since this is The Sims, they don't really pay attention too much to that kind of thing. It might get annoying during gameplay, but honestly, it does not take her that long to walk outside and upstairs, etc. So I really love how this house turned out. I added some pillars to make it look more structurally sound, and as you can see, I added that orange to add a pop of color, and it's it's very white. This wallpaper is probably my favorite wallpaper in this game. It's so cute. It works with whatever style you want to do. And then I added one bar area, and this actually ends up being our dining table. Instead of having an actual table, I decided to do a bar. Is it called a bar? An island, that's what it is. And just one single island, and then I also did just these cabinets. I don't remember if these are base game or if they came with something, but I hate that the cabinets for this color swatch doesn't really match the actual cabinets. I don't know if I didn't use the right swatch, but they don't match, and it really bugs me. It was very difficult for me to decide what to do with the living room because there's not a lot of room, and I was running out very quickly of space. So I ended up just putting the TV right there in kind of an awkward spot. But all of this in this house is completely functional. I've tested it all with my sim self, whatever. So it's all functional. It's just very cozy. But I really like the downstairs. I think it looks pretty nice. There's that bookshelf, and there's a gaming console and a TV, and then a full kitchen, which is really functional. I don't know what else to say about the downstairs. I really like the downstairs. Yeah, and then we move to the upstairs. I make a tiny bathroom, and then I end up I ended up having to put a single bed in here because there's just not enough room for a double bed. And I figure this is the perfect house for a loner sim, like someone who doesn't like to spend too much time with other people, or maybe just a sim that doesn't have all that much money. And at some point, you could always expand this house and figure out what else to do with it. This is just what I decided to do. You can, figure out a way to make the this work. I guess you could probably make the bathroom a little bit smaller. No, you really couldn't, could you? Because then you wouldn't have room for the shower and the toilet. You could probably make an outhouse and make it work that way, and then you'd be able to put a double bed. Or you could just save up the money and expand the house. I don't know, whatever you want to do. I have not uploaded any of these houses to the gallery yet because I'm a terrible person, but if interest is garnered, I'll upload them. They are all custom content free, except for the industrial penthouse. You have to enable custom content. It won't put any actual CC in your game. It's just because I had my snow mod installed while I was building it, which was my fault. But anyway, I could probably re-upload that if I wanted to at this point, but who knows if I will. So this is kind of the upstairs. I modeled it after my self sim. So I have the computer, which works for my job, and then a couple instruments that I wanted her to learn how to play, the violin and the guitar, and it just has a very homey feel to it. I really like those candle lamps right next to her bed and this weird plant thing. It's all very Urban Outfitters-ish. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's that kind of style. And I use these freaking curtains that came with Vintage Glamour in everything. I use them in everything because I think they are so pretty. And they just work in any room, any build, because they have these ones with lace and then they have the other ones that aren't lacy. So with the bathroom, I kind of just, I don't know, I just kind of threw stuff in there. And then you see how it's laid out right now. Later on, that's actually going to change a little bit and I have to rotate things. Otherwise, your sim can't use everything correctly. But you'll see it in the screenshots, I think, with it all changed and ready to go. I just had to end up making it all look a little bit weird in order for it to work. And this is me just adding little details to everything and making sure, it has a nice touch of like someone actually lives here and it's not just something someone built. It's actually a home. And so I added some paintings and some clutter and plants. Plants are my favorite thing. I like to add them everywhere because I think they add not only decoration but a pop of color. So I think that's very important in this build. And then the outside, the front yard is okay. I use palm trees in this build, but the backyard is probably one of my favorite parts of this build. It's really simple, but I feel like it works really well with what I've done. I actually add a little square of concrete, and I put a barbecue and a park bench, not a park bench, what am I saying? And what is it called? A picnic table. And I think it looks super cute. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. And I think that it also works as a dining table. It kind of skirts around that whole 4x4 can't have a dining table thing and gives you a picnic table in the backyard. And I use these things. I don't know if they're called palm trees. I don't remember what they're called, but I really like them. And I think they add to the whole modern feel to this build. They're not very bushy trees. And I feel like they're very eclectic. And at first here, I decided to do something, well, not at first because it stays this way, but I did something kind of weird with the concrete tiles at the pathway. I thought this was kind of cool because it points to the backyard. I just think it's cute. I think this whole build is really cute and it works for practically anything you want to do. And yeah, I ended up really enjoying this and I lived in it for a couple of days with my sim self. But then I got get together. This was before I got get together. So I decided to move to Wittenberg and make a new house with all of the new furnishings and all that stuff. Oh, make sure you guys stay tuned. I don't think this video will be posted, but the new trailer, the quarterly teaser thing is coming out tomorrow, January 10th. The trailer for I'm pretty sure it's a supernatural game pack or whatever. I am so excited. You don't even know how excited I am for that. And I'm going to be doing a face reveal, so that's exciting. I don't be too like excited because it's not that big of a deal. You're not going to be like, "Wow, it's Angelina Jolie." It's just me. Uh, but I really enjoy how this build came out. I forget what I called it in game, but I think I'm just gonna call it 4x4 tiny home. Maybe I'll call it like 4x4 model. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I upload this. But I really like how this turned out, and I've already said that like 10 times. I did show you guys my landscaping here. I know a lot of people don't show landscaping just because it takes up so much time, but I figured since this video was already pretty short, I might as well just keep it in. I don't have a system to this. I really just throw a whole bunch of plants in one spot and then call it landscaping, really. I'd like to someday challenge myself by really working hard on the landscaping and making it super intricate and detailed and beautiful, but we'll see if that actually happens. And then right here is the nice little picnic area I was talking about, and the picnic bench or picnic table I end up picking is a nice pop of color that I think once again matches that eclectic feel to the build. And I'm just going to add one more tree back here and a couple more accents, and that is this build. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to stay tuned for the screenshots, give it a like and a comment, let me know what you think, and make sure you subscribe? Make sure you subscribe to see more videos of me. We have exciting new content coming out soon, new Let's Plays, all that sort of thing, so make sure you keep an eye out, especially with this new game pack coming out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys sometime this week because I upload weekly. That's my thing. My name's Abby. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Bye.